girls. Okay. All right, it's time for the 2024 gear review. I set up some of the stuff that we've used over the last year, things that we've kind of perfected in terms of camping. This is mainly for like car camping, not really backpacking or anything like that. Most of the things are a little bit heavier. But yeah, this is assembled a bunch of gear that we like, and I thought I'd just go through it with you. I'll put some links in the description for you to be able to pick it up. Black Friday is coming, Christmas is coming, so it's a great opportunity for you to kind of scope out some things that you might want to pick up and grab it. So we will start off with some kitchen stuff. The first is this pack from Gerber. It is part of their complete kitchen camping setup. And what's really cool, comes in this nice carrying bag. It has all of your pots and pans kind of nestled together in this little kit. So it includes 2 different types of lids that are straining lids, includes your handle for your pot, includes 4 bowls and a big salad bowl, as well as 4 plates. And then you have your two pots. This one is more like for boiling water, cooking pasta. And then your other one is like your frying pan. So let's get that last one out. It also come with a little hot pad. The frying pan has a disconnect handle, so you can just quickly connect it to your setup. And the thing that's nice about this is that it's a thicker gauge steel. These are like full-size pots and pans like you'd use in your kitchen. So it's not really, a lot of the pans and stuff you get when you're camping are really thin material, or they're not fully full capacity. These are perfect because they hold exactly what you'd have at home. And then everything goes back inside this nice little carry bag. It's kind of neat. They put on the inside of the bag, they're like order of operations for how to put your stuff away. So that's kind of neat. But anyway, yeah, it's a great set. Gerber actually sells this set right here for 40 bucks. That's the 4 bowls, the big salad bowl, and the 4 plates. I'm probably gonna buy that to add to this just so I can have some extras. Sometimes if you're making things, you wanna be able to serve, other people, and having extras are good, and they should be able to fit in this bag too. So yeah, I'll show you how quickly and easy it is to put everything away. You can just kind of follow their little diagram here, but you just nestle these guys in, and then you've got this and that and the lids. The bag is also really nice, it's durable. Looks like kind of a thicker nylon with this drawstring, so makes it really easy for traveling. Yeah, so that's the first one. Same thing with the same company, Gerber. They make this cutting board set. It's also our favorite. So it comes with a couple of cutting boards. First one is a bamboo cutting board. Second one is a plastic cutting board. It's got these little rubber feet on it so that if you put it on a surface, it's not gonna slip when you're cutting. And then inside comes with 2 knives, and they're both like perfect size just for your everyday cooking stuff, like a paring knife and a chef's knife. And then it has this little tray here you can put more of your utensils in, like spoons and spatulas and stuff like that. And when you're camping, we took ours out because we were washing them. We actually just came back from a camping trip. So that is also made by Gerber. And these are our 2 kind of go-to for pots and pans and cooking. Next up, silverware. I just get from IKEA. It's just stamped cheap silverware. If you lose it, it's no big deal. But yeah, that comes from IKEA. Next up, we'll talk about water. So in the past, I've always used those like, I think that's Renogy or not Renogy, what is it? I forget what the name of the company is, but this is big blue water jugs. I think they're like 7 gallons. And then I upgraded to this. This is a new system that's well, it's not new, but it's a system by Dometic, and it is a water jug, but it has some really cool features with it. It is about 3 gallons. It has a main port here, which has a rubber hose. I'll talk about that in a minute. It's got a huge hole, which allows you to stick your arm all the way in so you can clean the inside of your water container. Most of the other containers I've seen on the market do not have that. And as a result, you're kind of like needing a brush or something to clean inside. This one, you can stick your whole arm down inside of it. The other side is a pour spout. This is actually a Nalgene lid. So they make this top compatible with Nalgene, and I'll explain why in a minute. But it's got a little rubber grommet to pour. So you can, if you don't want to use the attachment for this, you can just pour out your liquid through from here. They also, when you buy it, it comes with like a spout attachment that you attach onto here, and then you just twist it. But the coolest thing about this is that you can get a automatic water dispenser. So this is also by Dometic, and it is an electronic water dispenser. It is magnetic on the bottom, so it attaches to a magnetic plate that you can mount on your water bottle. And then on the top of this, there's a quick disconnect for, it's the same thing as like your Camelback hydration packs. It just pops in there and connects through, attaches that hose, which draws water from the bottom. But then because this is electronic, you can just double tap and it dispenses water. So it also has a light built in. It's just really cool because it's like hands-free, so you can tap it, you can wash your hands, you can put your cup down, you can fill up water to drink. It's a great system. It comes with a length of hose, but you could cut it to make it smaller. I cut mine really short just because I'm gonna use it on this container primarily. Because this is magnetic on the bottom, you also can get some other metal mounts and like mount one to your table and then just attach it there, leave your water jug underneath. But all in all, a really, really great system by Dometic. The handles are removable if you need to, but yeah, it's a really, really cool system. I love it. It's probably my favorite water system that I've used. Next up, the shower. So this was my newest purchase. This is by a company called Kakadu. I think it's Australian. And basically it is a hot water heater. It's a little portable gas hot water heater. You take a 1 pound propane tank, screw it on, and then from this side it's got a built-in battery, and you can set your temperature, and then you have a inlet and an outlet. So you will use, so you can use your little propane tank, and then you have your water pump, which you basically have this little quick connect. You just connect it on there, power it up. You could even throw it into like this Dometic tank, and you could instead drop in this into your water tank, and now you've got a source of water. You can also throw it in a river. And then on the other side, you've got your shower. So we used this last time for washing dishes, and we also used it to take a shower. It's got a nice long hose. But yeah, cycles the hot water through, heats it up with a propane. You set your temperature. I think it heats about 50 degrees above whatever the ambient temperature of your water is. So I mean, you can get pretty hot, like 100-something degrees. You got adjustable shower head, so you can do different types of spray patterns, and then on-off switch. But it works really, really good, pumps your water right through it, and then you can wash dishes so you don't have cold hands, you can take a shower, and that's kind of cool for the campsite. What I like about this from some of the other ones is that it has this built-in propane system for heating. Some of them you have to then have a third attachment, which is to like a propane tank. It's not the best for me. I really like having compact solutions, and this kind of fit that ticket. So yeah, this is Kakadu Outback shower. And like I said, this is our newest one. We just used it on our trip and it was a blast. Everybody loved it. So one of the things that I hate about these little 1 pound propane tanks is that they're not reusable. You use it and then you gotta throw it away. And I hate that. So I was looking and I found this system, which is a refillable propane tank. Basically, you take a special adapter, you attach it to like your 20-pound tank, and then you can use it to draw the fuel out of that and dump it into this. And what makes this unique and DOT approved, so you can travel with it, is it has this little valve right here. So you open the valve up, you fill the tank out, and it shoots out extra propane when you filled it up to the top, so that you know that it's full and you're not gonna overcharge, you're not gonna overfill it. Because any of the propane tanks that you buy, like the Coleman, the little green ones, those are a one-time use, and then you have to throw them away. You are not allowed to refill those and transport them. I guess you can legally refill them, but you cannot transport them in the vehicle. So these ones you can. This one's made by Fuel Keg. I think this is the only one, or this is one made by Mr. Heater. It's called a Fuel Keg. I think this is the only company that does it. And then I also bought these little caps. They are just metal caps. So it's nice because these are metal. They have a little magnet so you can stick it onto your propane when you're not using it. Let's talk about this guy. This is what we use for washing dishes. This is made by OXO. It's part of their outdoor series, and it is a dishwashing system. You can put a drying rack with silverware holders, and then you've got 2 basins that have drain plugs. So it's a really cool system for being able to, you know, wash your dishes. You get your dirty dishes and then soapy, you know, clean ones, and then your dry ones over here. So we used it again on our last trip. It worked really, really well. Everybody enjoyed it, and we used it in conjunction with this hot water heater. So people were glad to do dishes as opposed to fighting over who has to do them. Well, let's talk about, well, here, we can talk about this. This is a little carry bag that I've got for steaks. So you basically open it, and then it becomes a little tool storage, and you can put in like your hammer and any of like your camping stakes. And it's just convenient because when you're going around your steak in the tent, you're not losing all your stuff. It's all in here, you know, tie downs, you know, straps, your hammer, all that kind of stuff. And it's got this cool carry handle. And then when you're done, you just zip it back up and take it with you. So I saw this advertised, I think on like Instagram for like 40 bucks or something. I was like, there's gotta be a cheaper way. I actually found this at AliExpress for $6. I will put a link for that in the description as well. Next up, behind me is a Dometic bamboo table. It is a folding collapsible table. It is super compact. It actually has 2 levels, so you can use it as like a dining table, as a prep table, or even as a coffee table. It'll shrink down about half size. And with that, I also bought this, which is a Dometic bench. So super compact, just origamis out, and you basically then have a 2-person bench. I think it's like 500-pound capacity, which is just crazy to me, but it's great. We use it at our campsite for putting our shoes on. So it just sits out in front of our tent, and the kids sit on it. You can put it inside your tent if you have the room. Or if you wanted to use it like at your dining table, you could just put it, you know, in front of your dining table, and then, you know, just go sit at it. And the nice thing is that it is super compact. So you can just fold it down into nothing again, and just like this. And that's kind of the theme of what I buy, is I try and buy stuff that's very efficient, very compact. And Dometic is one of those companies that makes a lot of really cool stuff. So that is the Dometic bench. Let's do this one next. So when it comes to cooking, there are a lot of options out there. I have had giant stoves. I've had little single burner individual stoves. The problem is this balance between power and efficiency with the fuel, as well as, you know, mobility, transportability, and it's really hard to find something that kind of meets both. And this is that unit. I have a whole bunch of different other Coleman grills, other grills. This is my absolute favorite. It is made by Camp Chef. It is their Mountaineer series. It is in this nice aluminum case. Everything is contained in this, has a nice little carry handle, super rugged, basically bulletproof. And it has a way higher BTU burners than most grills. So each one of these burners is a 20,000 BTU burner. Most of the grills that you're gonna find are at max 10, and this is double that. This is 20. So you put a pot on there and it's gonna boil water instantly. It's super, super fast. It has a connector here that goes to a propane tank, which we'll see here. This is my little 10-gallon propane tank. So it comes with this little hose, you attach it there, attach it to your propane, and you've got your fuel source. By the way, this 10-pound propane tank is more than enough for you to be able to power this thing for, like 2 weeks. I have not refilled this 10-pound tank, and I've gone on 3 separate camping trips. One was a 7-day, and then I had 2 3-days, like weekends. So, you know, we're talking about almost 14 days, breakfast, lunch, and dinner, and I still have fuel left. So, you know, there's no need to bring those giant 20-pound tanks. This 10-pound one is perfect. I have it in this nice little case. It's easier to carry that way. It's also insulated, it protects the tank. One time when we went camping, it was so cold, I think it dropped below 30, that we actually froze the propane and we couldn't use the stove. It wasn't the stove, it was a different stove. We couldn't use the stove because the propane was so cold it froze in the pipes. So maybe this little cozy might prevent that from happening again. I don't know, we'll see. The other great thing about this, which I failed to mention, is it comes with legs. So I don't have them right here, they're in the garage, but you attach legs to this point right here, and it allows it to freestand. So you don't have to have this on a table taking up space. It can be in its own little section next to your prep table, and you can cook on it. It's got adjustable legs, so you can do height if it's uneven ground. And yeah, it's a really, really great system by Camp Chef. Highly recommend, you know, individual burner control, and then your starter right here. So, yep, basically bulletproof. It is the best grill out there. All right, next up, let's talk about the cooler. So this is my Dometic fridge. This is also new for me this year. It is a 55-liter fridge. These things are just so efficient. We've always taken coolers, ice chests. We have the Yetis and all the other ones that are out there. And I hate them because you have to pour ice in it. They run out of ice. You have to add more ice. Everything gets wet in there. If you have anything that has like a paper wrapping on it that's in there, it's going to get completely soaked and destroyed. It's just a mess. This, totally efficient. So smart, so efficient. It's amazing. It has a compressor, it's super quiet. It uses, I think, 1.1 amp hour to run it at 38 degrees. So ambient temperature, I think, can get to 130. This thing will stay at 38 degrees, only using 1.1 amp hour, or 1.1 amp per hour, which is really, really efficient. I mean, any of those little Jackery, Blue Yeti, battery generators will run this thing for 3-4 days. Depending on the capacity, you could run it for a week. So inside, you've got insulated, lid, all that kind of stuff. It comes with these cool basket system, so you could load in all of your groceries into this basket in your house or wherever, and then just take it and drop it in, because that's the exact size of the cooler. There's another basket on this side. And then what else is cool? I'll show you. So what's really cool is that this is actually a ice maker. You take this basket off, and then under here are some ice trays. You fill them with water, you close this up, you set it to make ice, and because the compressor is right under here, it like super cools this section, which then makes ice. It doesn't affect any of your food. The rest of it stays at the nice temperature, but it like really super chills this top part and makes you ice. I don't know how useful that is. I haven't really used it yet, but it's a feature, so I thought it was cool and I thought I'd explain about it. This thing seals up. It's got a digital panel here, shows your temperatures, all that kind of stuff. You've got a USB charger for if you want to charge your phone or something. It's not really useful. But what's cool, it's got Bluetooth and wireless, so it pairs with your phone. You can monitor it remotely. On the other side, it has both a AC and DC port, so you can plug it in with your cigarette adapter, and you can charge it with your car. You can run it from your car. Because it's got DC motor in it and a DC power, that's where the super efficiency comes in, where you're gonna get like that 1.1 amp per hour usage. So yeah, that's the Dometic CFX 55. Okay, next up, let's talk about my favorite camp chair. So this is the Kelty Loveseat. It is a compact chair. We pretty much only take this when we're going camping. It comes with a carrying case that also serves as like a little dog mat. You can put it down, your dogs can lay on it and relax. It's very easy to open and close. You literally just take it out and you've got your seat. It seats 2 people. I mean, I don't know what the weight capacity is, but it's something like 300, 400 pounds per seat or something like that. It's enough, for me and everybody else to use it. Cup holders, all that kind of stuff. This thing is well used. The kids love it. We use it all the time, every time we camp. So yeah, it's a great system, and yeah, I highly recommend it. It's pretty easy to fold too. You just grab by the sides and you just go like that, compact it. And then you can put it back in its little storage case here, clip it back together, and you're all set again. So just 2 more things. One, this is our favorite air mattress. It is made by Exped. It is the Exped MegaMat. It is a 4-inch foam mat with air surrounding it, so you fill it up still with air, and then it still has 4 inches of foam inside. Compacts down pretty small. This isn't even fully deflated or as tight as it possibly can get. But man, these things are essential if you're sleeping. I'm a side sleeper, my wife is a side sleeper, so having something like this gives you that insulation. You're off the floor and you stay nice and warm. You don't have any hip issues like digging in the ground. Literally the best. I've used all of the other little thermarest and the thin ones, and they just don't work. For me, this is essential. I love this thing. So that is my favorite mattress. All right, oh, one more thing. This is the Trasharoo. So I won this at like, it was a raffle off-roading thing, but basically what this is like a portable trash can. Some places you go, they don't have a trash. You have to pack out everything that you make. So this is really great because of it. You attach it to the back of your spare tire. It has these big clips. You can attach it to a tree if you wanted to, I guess, but it creates just a trash can. It's rubber lined, or like plastic lined inside, so you're not gonna worry about it. It has these drain holes on the bottom, so if you spill something, you don't have to worry about it. You can wash it out, but it creates this giant trash can. You can put a plastic bag in it if you want as well, and then, at night, cover it up. It cinches and it clips down so that you can keep critters from getting into your trash. Great system. We used it last week when we went camping. Everybody thought it was hilarious. So definitely recommend that. All right, last but not least is my storage system. So for transporting most of this gear, I have come to love these crates by Sidio. Sidio is actually a Los Angeles-based company, and they make these storage cubes, storage crates, like milk crates, and they are bulletproof. They're awesome. I have a bunch of different ones. They come in different colors, different shapes. I think these are the two main sizes. They also have a collapsible one. You can get panels to write on, so you can see I wrote something on this one. They come with 2 different types of lids. This isn't just your standard lid. You have all of your little separators inside. They make really cool separators too. These ones are like these neon green ones that I have. They have just plain ones as well, but it's great just to keep all your gear segmented. So like this is my electronics one when we go camping. It has our inflator, some lights, and I keep all of my electronics in here, so I know that when we go camping, I just grab this one case, bring it in the house, charge all my stuff, and it's good to go. They all stack on top of each other, so like this stacks and locks into the one on the bottom. Here's one of their larger ones. This is with their waterproof lid. It also has a lid storage as well, so you can screw in and one of this lid attachment, basically store more of your stuff. It is awesome. Let me give you a close-up so you can see what it looks like. But basically, modular system, you can put these little dividers in, so you can divide it this direction, or you can divide it like this, long ways. We put all of our gear in it, toilet paper, whatnot. This one is our cleaning one, so shower and cleaning. You've got this lid organizer where you can put all of your different types of, sponges and all that kind of stuff. Really, really, really cool design. These ones are waterproof. They seal like that. You could lock them if you wanted to. And these come in all different colors and shapes and sizes. So because I love this stuff so much, the SidioCrates, I'm gonna give one away. So someone, lucky person in the comments, I will randomly select, is going to win a brand new Sidio storage. This one is the other one that I haven't showed you yet. It is their compact collapsible storage. So basically, you get the best of having a crate, but also it is collapsible. And it's really cool, I'll show you. All you have to do is you basically take the lid off, you fold these sides up. These are the internal separators, which I will also send to you. What's cool about these is that they have these little latches on the side. So you just basically pull this little lever here, and then the side locks in just like that. And you do it on all 4. So give me a second here. We'll pull these out like that. And this one. And then you've got your dividers. But these have a little clear window to look inside, and you can open the window so you can reach your items that are inside of it. So if you're storing a bunch of stuff in there and you don't want to access it from the top, maybe you have a whole stack of these and it's hard to get into it because you have to like pull the lid open to get into it, you could just flip down the front and get into it. So this would be great for, you know, some sort of grab and go gear. I've also seen these used at like in retail. I mean, Sidio's everywhere. They use these things for audio-visual stuff like cord storage, tool storage, paint, everything, crafts, whatever you want. It's just an awesome modular system. So you get to win this. One person in the comment section is gonna win the Sidio crate, and I will ship it to you for free wherever you live. So yeah. All right, so that wraps up the 2024 camping gear review. This is just some of the stuff that we've used over the last year that we really like. Probably do a follow-up video in a few months with more stuff that we get. Black Friday is coming up, Christmas is coming up, so stay tuned for that. Make sure you like and subscribe. Comment down below what your favorite piece of gear was. We'll pick one lucky person and send you one of those free Sidio crates. So yeah, thanks for joining, and we will see you later.